What should you do if you want your ex back, but it seems like they're losing interest in you? Maybe they're backing away or growing cold. Maybe you feel like your chances are getting slimmer and slimmer by the day. Well, if that describes your situation, keep watching because I'll explain what to do in order to turn things around and start winning back your ex for good. I'm Brad Browning, YouTube's #1 breakup coach since 2013 and author of the best-selling X Factor program. If you want to see my full tutorial video for free on how to get your ex back, visit breakupbrad.com as soon as this video is over. Now, if it feels like your ex is losing interest, well, don't panic. This is actually a really common situation for many of my coaching clients. You use the strategies that I talk about in my program and here in my YouTube videos. You start to see results and your ex gets friendlier and more interested in you. Everything's looking good. And then you hit a brick wall. Your ex stops texting back, stops telling you they miss you, cancels plans with you. It can be a pretty disheartening feeling, especially if you've already made a lot of progress and you were well on your way to getting back together before he or she went cold. But the real danger here in this kind of situation is actually what most people do in response to this kind of, desperate feeling situation. The natural instinct for most people, which is to panic and to try to take action to stop their ex from slipping away, is actually guaranteed to make things worse. No matter how hard you may want to tighten your grip on things, the only way to fix your situation is to give your ex some time and space. Essentially, you really just need to do nothing. The last thing that you want to do if your ex suddenly seems to be backing away or losing interest is to try to actively prevent it. You can't show your ex that their coldness or apathy actually bothers you, and you can't show any signs of neediness or desperation either. So if you start texting your ex and asking stuff like, "Hey, why aren't you responding?" or "Do you hate me?" or something, well, they're going to become irritated by the pestering, and they'll clearly see your desperation, which in turn will destroy the progress that you've made up to that point and make it more difficult to change how your ex feels about you and the possibility of getting back together. So if you do recognize that you're in this kind of situation, here's what you need to do. Take a deep breath and prevent yourself from doing anything to try to actively change things. Don't contact your ex at all for at least a few days. Sometimes, depending on how far along you are in the process of winning him or her back, you might actually need to avoid contact for weeks. Because pretty much anything that you try to do to change how your ex feels or stop them from growing cold and distant will have the opposite effect. Now, I promise that as difficult as this might be in the moment, it's the only way to actually turn your situation around. So don't talk about your ex with your friends or family either if you can avoid it. And that is especially true when it comes to mutual friends who might tell your ex if they hear you complaining about their sudden change of heart and lack of interest. Keep your mind occupied and stay busy, because otherwise you're going to torture yourself by overanalyzing and worrying about everything that your ex says and does. Really, it's best to try to think about your ex as little as possible while you're in this kind of situation. Now, talking about it with friends might feel good in the moment, but it actually just fixates your thoughts on the issue and causes your fears and anxiety to get even worse. Now, if you want us to get a second opinion on your situation or your ex's behavior and what it means, you can, of course, go to breakupbrad.com/coaching and sign up for my one-on-one coaching program to talk to me about it in more detail. Otherwise, try to ignore your ex completely for now and focus your mind on other productive or fun stuff. Often, ignoring your ex for a while, even just a week or two, can actually just solve the problem by itself. It's common for people to have mixed feelings and, up and down mood swings after a breakup, and your ex might just be in a down phase at the moment, hence their cold and distant behavior. At the very least, by ignoring your ex when you sense him or her backing away, you're ensuring that you don't make matters worse. Now, if you still get the sense that your ex is losing interest in backing away after you cut off contact for a while, then your next step is to break the ice with something fun and, super brief and casual. For instance, don't reopen the lines of communication by asking your ex if they want to talk about your breakup. Actually, don't ever do that, but I think you know what I mean. Don't say anything that might come across as needy, boring, or require any kind of extensive response from your ex. Instead, you just want to make him or her laugh. So share an inside joke or a short anecdote that happened to you over the past week. Send them a funny meme you found on Instagram. Bring up an old inside joke that they've probably forgotten about. Even just, send them a link to a viral video of your ex's favorite celebrity doing something stupid. Whatever it is, just keep it short, upbeat, and make it seem as though nothing is out of the ordinary. That's the kind of thing that's going to make your ex want to talk to you, and you can build on that from there. Just remember not to show any desperation or fall back into any old needy or clingy habits. Just make your ex want to talk to you and want to be around you, and they're going to stop backing away and they're going to start to regain interest. All right, I hope you guys found this video helpful. As always, visit breakupbrad.com/coaching for my one-on-one coaching help with your unique or unusual situation that you might be facing. And of course, also feel free to drop your quick questions or feedback in the comments below after you click like and subscribe, of course. Thanks so much for watching to the end, guys. Best of luck out there. Bye for now.